tree. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, it is so gorgeous.
It liked your vibration. I could
Oh,
tell.
yeah, look.
It told me.
Wow, this is beautiful out here.
Yeah.
You are I take my cap. That's magic.
Okay, is this everybody? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. In the true power of the aging brain, welcome. Ageism versus the power of the aging brain. Okay.
I don't know if I want to know.
Well, I came upon a child of God. He was walking along the road, and I asked him, "Tell me, where are you going?" This he told me. Said, "I'm going down to Yaska's farm, gonna join in a rock and roll band. Gotta get back to the land and set my soul free." All together, we are stardust, we are golden, we are billion-year carbon, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Well then, may I roam beside you? I have come to lose the smog, and I feel myself in a cup and something turning. Yes, and maybe it's the time of the year. Yes, and maybe it's the time of man. And I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. We are stardust, we are golden, we are billion-year carbon, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere was a song and a celebration. And I dreamed I saw the bomber jet planes riding shotgun in the sky, turning into butterflies above our nation. We are stardust, we are golden, we are caught in the devil's bargain, and we've got to get ourselves all together, and we've got to get ourselves, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden.
Woo!
Whoa, baby.
Right. That was good.
Falsetto and everything.
Welcome to Ageism versus the power of the aging brain. I just wrote this yesterday, so it's still coming. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed residents, graduates, and distinguished guests. 34 years ago, my younger brain would have never stood in front of you today and just saying that the way I just did, or where, regalia, when is it really commencement? Well, yes, we're gonna make it so. And have this confidence that I have now. I want to begin with a round of applause for the power of our aging brains. Thank you for granting me the privilege of addressing you here today. I wish you all a happy Lunar New Year, the year of the dragon, and a very happy birthday to everybody honoring and celebrating their February birthdays, and all of us that will have birthdays this year. And commencement, birthdays, and the Lunar New Year share a symbolic kingship, marking the beginning of transformative journeys of growth, chapters in time, inviting fresh starts, and the promise of new opportunities. Is aging the same as living? What do you think of the term anti-aging?
Love it.
Yeah.
How do you feel telling people your age? Have you ever witnessed someone being treated unfairly because of their age?
Yes.
Have you ever been treated unfairly because of your age?
Yes.
How did it make you feel? Ageism refers to the way we think, stereotypes, feel, prejudice, and act discrimination toward others according to their age. And ageism affects people of all ages. Ageism seems to be as common as plastic. The more you begin to notice it, the more you realize it is everywhere. Globally, 1 in 2 people hold ageist beliefs. And in Europe, ageism is more prevalent against younger than older adults. In the summer of 2018, at age 15, Greta Thunberg held the first school strike for climate outside the Swedish parliament. The protest was widely covered, and hundreds and thousands of young people across the world joined her Fridays for Future strikes. Ms. Thunberg has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize every year between 2019 and 2023. In 2019, she became the youngest ever Time Person of the Year. The ageist attacks against Greta are endless. Even though Greta has mobilized millions of people of all ages to act now, there is no Planet B. What does she know? She's just a kid. Ageism is prevalent in our institutions, policies, programs, organizations, companies, cities, and our relationships with each other and even ourselves. Have you ever been ageist on yourself? It's one of the worst forms of ageism, and we all do it.
Look in the mirror.
60's the new 30. You look young for your age. I'm old enough to remember. We old people. Ageism is associated with poor physical and mental health, increased social isolation and loneliness, greater financial insecurity, and decreased quality of life and premature death. The U.S. anti-aging market was valued at U.S. almost $18 billion in 2022 and is predicted to hit over U.S. $34 billion by 2032. They are coming for all our wrinkles. I've been pondering our lifespan as a progression of 12-year increments, like the Chinese zodiac. Think for a moment about your own development and growth from the moment you were born to age 12. Now think about your development and growth from age 24 to 36. From 24 to 36. Wow. Imagine, at age 36, me, I shed most all of my material belongings in Cleveland, Ohio, while my peers, same age group, were buying houses, having children, getting married. I let it all go. I was living on fumes of faith, and I had a mission with a vision. I moved to Big Sur, California, and I didn't know a soul. Today, I'm 47, and on March 13th, I turned 48. The journey from 48 to 60 feels somehow shorter than 24 to 36, 12 to 24, 1 to 12. But it feels much more profound. I live with more intention than before, and my tolerance for that which no longer serves me has shortened. I am fueled by passion, and my vision with a mission at age 36 has now become full circle. I feel an urgency like none before. Contrary to stereotypes, our aging brains forge a wealth of cognitive strengths. Did you know that our brains reach their peak of information processing capacities between the ages of 60 and 80? Dr. Gene Cohen, the author of The Mature Mind and the Power of Our Aging Brain, quote, "Older brains are simply more experienced and they're also more creative." Have you ever heard of Kentucky Fried Chicken? Colonel Harlan Sanders. At age 5, his father died. At age 16, he quit school. At age 17, he already lost 4 jobs. At 18, he got married. He joined the Army. And at age 20, his wife left him and took their baby. He became a cook in a small cafe and convinced his wife to return home. At age 65, he retired. He felt like a failure and decided to commit suicide. He sat writing his will, but instead he wrote what he would have accomplished with his life and thought about how good of a cook he was. So he borrowed $87, fried up some chicken using his recipe, went door to door to sell. At age 88, Colonel Sanders, founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken Empire, was a billionaire. Laura Ingalls Wilder began writing Little House on the Prairie at age 65. Estelle Getty, after years as a relatively unsuccessful actress, she achieved widespread fame at 63 as Sophia in the Golden Girls television series. Grandma Moses, the American folk artist whose work was featured at MoMA in New York and who graced the cover of Time in 1953, didn't even begin painting until she was 77. Yuichiro Miura, in 2014, he became the oldest person to reach the top of Mount Everest at age 80 and has said he would like to try again at 90. Smokey Dawson, known as Australia's first cowboy and a pioneer of Western music, he became the oldest person to compose, record, and release a new album at 92 years old. Harriet Thompson, a cancer survivor who ran her first marathon at the age of 76, and at 91 years old, completed her 15th marathon, becoming the second oldest marathon runner in U.S. history. Yet despite the wealth of evidence supporting the power of the aging brain, ageism remains a pervasive global phenomenon, the most socially accepted ism on planet Earth. Why? Is ageism a new phenomenon? In the mid-19th century, a shift occurred in American society, leading to a growing preoccupation with age. Over the next century and a half, this focus institutionalized age, creating distinct divisions among age groups. Before this change, age held little significance, with many individuals even unaware of their birth dates, and the classrooms accommodating a wide range of ages from 2-year-olds to 25-year-olds, and colonial colleges admitting students as young as 14. Age segregation is the fuel that powers ageism. Age segregation diminishes opportunities for intergenerational interactions, fostering stereotypes and misconceptions about different age groups. Okay, boomer, you follow? Our ancestors recognized the value of accumulated wisdom, making the oldest among them revered figures. These societies flourished in the richness of shared experiences across the generations, promoting collective well-being. Collective well-being. Societies nurturing reciprocity. More of this, please. Psychologist Erik Erikson argued that the Western fear of aging keeps us from living whole lives. Quote, lacking a culturally viable ideal of old age, our civilization does not really harbor a concept of the whole life. In many tribal communities, elders are respected for their wisdom and life experiences. Within Native American families, it's common for the elders to be expected to pass down their learnings to younger members of the family and the whole community. Many Indians, India, live in joint family units, with the elders acting as the head of the household. The younger members of the family support the elders, and they in turn play a key role in raising the grandchildren. Here in the States, we even have the climate grannies. They have the generational wisdom, environmental activism experience, and free time, and they're not afraid of getting arrested. Quote, when I look at my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren, my children, in the eye, I have to be able to say, I did everything I can to protect you. I have to be able to tell them that I've done everything possible within my ability to help us move forward. Chandler is part of a largely unrecognized contingent of the climate movement in the United States called the Climate Grannies. Elders Climate Action, awesome group. Are you ready to be a good ancestor? Quote, let us be the ancestors our descendants will thank. Winona LaDuke. We are all aging in a climate-changing world. Biodiversity is rapidly dwindling, with a staggering 70% of plant and animal species extinct in just the last 50 years. Both older and younger Americans are grappling with poverty at unprecedented levels, and technology hurtles forward at a pace that outstrips our ethical and moral considerations. You're traveling to another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. As I stand here today, I can't help but wonder, are we living in a tangible reality, or is this all an illusion? AI, anyone?
No.
It's a question that echoes the prescient themes of George Orwell's iconic 1984, published in 1949, reminiscent of the thought-provoking narratives found in the original Twilight Zone series from 1959 to 1964, and The Outer Limits, 1963 to 1965. Perhaps you've even seen the chilling movie Soylent Green, published in 1973. I have. They're people! And as we navigate the 2020s, it feels like we're living in a fusion of these dystopian visions. The challenges we face mirror the cautionary tales of the past, urging us to reflect on the path we forge for our future. Who here knows what an environmental gerontologist is? Decades of research has shown that our environments have a significant effect on longevity. We now know that the aging process is conditioned by genetic factors, variations in human development, and above all, our dialogue with the environment, our built environment, our social environment, the natural environment. Environmental gerontologists, I am an environmental gerontologist, seeks to know, to analyze, to modify, and to optimize our relationship between individuals and their natural, physical, and social environments. Dan Buettner discovered that people living in what he co-termed the blue zones live longer and healthier, not due to pills, supplements, or extreme exercise, but because their environments nudge them into moving naturally every 20 minutes. They live in towns built for humans, not cars. They walk, 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 walk. They laugh and sing. They live, work, and play in nature, rich with biodiversity, and have high levels of nature connectedness. They grow gardens. As Dan Buettner says, they live rewardingly inconvenient lives. They live with a sense of purpose and meaning, what the Japanese call ikigai, not just hobbies and activities, but they live for a purpose greater than themselves. They live with a responsibility for their community and future generations. A recent study published by the Barcelona Brain Health Initiative showed for the first time in healthy people that purpose in life promotes resilience to brain damage. Purpose, meaning. My ikigai, my purpose, as I enter the age of 48 next month, is stronger than ever, and it will continue to grow. What's your ikigai? As we stand at the crossroads of tradition and modernity, may we reevaluate the narratives surrounding aging. May we dismantle ageist biases and integrate the strengths of each life stage, from 1 to 12 to 24 to 36 to 48 to 60 to 72, 84, 96, and 108. I inspire you in all ages to ignite the power of our aging brains and forge an age-integrated and nature-inspired future that honors the diversity and richness of human to human and the human to nature experience. Your brain on aging. Science shows relativistic thinking emerges, allowing you to synthesize different views and appreciate the relativity of truths. Non-dualistic thinking follows, enabling us to consider opposing views without judgment and to cultivate empathy. Systematic thinking completes the trio, empowering us to think big picture and embrace divergent perspectives. Embracing these thinking styles unlocks heightened levels of intelligence, creativity, empathy, and wisdom. Essential skills for thriving in today's complex world. This revolutionary perspective reshapes the conversation around aging and performance. It's no longer a matter of what we can do despite our age. It's about the incredible potential we unleash because of our age. The Ohio longitudinal study on aging and retirement reinforces this, revealing that a positive mindset toward aging can translate into an extra 8 years of healthy longevity. Consider the staggering impact. Changing your mindset towards aging proves as an influential on longevity as quitting smoking, and even surpasses the effects of losing weight, irrespective of body mass. Treating individuals in their later years, including ourselves, with negative stereotypes have direct consequences. Research by Yale University psychologist Becca Levy demonstrates that exposure to age-related negativity in earlier decades leads to a 30% greater decline in memory by the time individuals reach their 60s. Hey, don't get ageist on me, I tell myself. May we challenge ageism in all its forms, from the over-the-hill birthday cards to "you look so young for your age," and celebrate and honor the transformative power of our aging brains, fostering a society that values the diverse strengths inherent in every stage of life. We need you. This isn't about me. It's really not about you. It's about us. All ages on deck. Congratulations to the graduates and the birthdays and of celebrating another trip around the sun. Woo woo! And cheers to embracing the full spectrum of the human experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, the turkeys are here. Oh my God.
I love them. Two of them.